Well, there she is, just a chooching. Alright, so I guess this is kind of a, I'm starting this video at the midway point. So I took the water pump off right here, and inside the impeller is supposed to have between 0.0352 and 0.057 of an inch clearance between the impeller and this housing that you can see right here. And so I put a set of calipers on it, and it was 0.490. So almost pretty well a half-inch gap. So it obviously wasn't sealing, and it was leaking out the front weep hole underneath the pulley here. It was just running a stream right out. And it's sealed up a lot better now. Currently, I don't know how well you guys will be able to see it. So there's a middle bolt right here. And this one on the back side, I'm having a hell of a time getting it in there. And I done fucked up because I rushed myself and put the radiator back on and filled it all full of coolant because I was too excited to check and see whether pressing that impeller back on worked or not. And alright, so sorry about that. I had to pause the video for a minute, and my wife was calling me. Anyways, I think that friggin' hole has a bunch of schmoo down in it, and I can't get that bolt started. So now I'm just gonna try and clean that bolt hole out as best I can, and hopefully be able to start that bolt in there, and then it'll be good. I can finish getting this son of a bitch back together. Believe me, I'm ready to actually get some use out of it since buying it. No, Gabriel. Yeah, there's a little bit of crud in there. I don't know. I guess there's nothing left but to try it. See if I can get my hand back in there again and get this bolt started. Hopefully I won't have to take the radiator off. I'm not very good at these videos, editing or uploading them. So y'all will kind of have to bear with me while I figure my way through the YouTube. And here shortly I'll go a little more into detail about some of the things I've noticed about this crawler, and kind of give you an overview of the things that we've done since the first start video you guys saw at the beginning. It also doesn't help that I'm trying to do this blind, figuratively speaking. Just really trying to avoid draining this radiator, loosening up all 12 of the friggin' bolts again. that are all in a hard to reach spot. God damn, my hands are cold. Excuse me one moment while I go get some gloves. I'll just have to muscle through it. A little cold never hurt anybody. You don't need feeling in your fingers when starting bolts blind. I can tell you one thing, when it did start though, the chooch factor on this bad boy was cranked up to 11. That's for damn sure. Of course the injection pump was also way out of time, but she still chooched. And that's all that matters. All I'm doing with this little rod here is I'm trying to feel the hole to see if there's any edges or if the threads are just jammed full of junk or anything like that. Maybe they're galled a little bit. Looks like it might just be my threads on the screw that's a little galled, so I'm going to grab a file real quick and we'll see if we can't crank the cheech factor up to 11. So I'll show you guys here on the camera, see if it'll even pick it up, these threads that are slightly galled. I don't know if you can see on this very first thread, right about there. See it? Focus, you fuck. Right there. Threads are a little galled, so I'll see if I can file it off just a hair. And I'm going to do it off camera, just because I'm still getting used to this whole on-camera thing. I'm just using a triangle file and running between the threads, trying to clean them up a little bit. Maybe it'll start a little easier. Alright, that looks like it's a little bit better. Try and see if I can get some more cuts on my hands. That's when you know you're a little bit of a fucking mechanic. You don't need skin. Now, once I get this bolt in, then I'll be putting the alternator back on, putting the belt on, and And we should be able to crank it out. Oh, I gotta drain a little bit of oil out because I overfilled it. And I want to add some Lucas to it because the rings are just a hair on the weak side. See if we can't get it to start a little easier from now on. Because it's a burr trying to get this thing started. Not fun, that's for damn sure. You know the old saying, hugging the John? What do they say about hugging a radiator on a cold morning? Oh, come on, baby, get shorter. I know I normally am trying to get you to get a little bit longer. But just this once, I need to lose some length. I do have to kind of throw in a shout out, first of all, to Daniel Carter. He's a buddy of mine that helps me keep things chooching. And zip ties and bias plies, because everybody's got to have a hero. That old boy's minty as fuck, especially when it comes to the redneckery. Oh yeah, now the bolt's going. See? A little bit of hard work, potato water, and a cold morning. That's enough incentive to get any man to finish a project. Now, the thing I hate about these hard-to-reach places the worst is the fact that you can only spin the wrench a damn eighth of a turn at a time. That's just the worst thing ever. I know I'm talking a lot, because I figure all you guys really want to see is this thing blowing some smoke and a little bit of tinkering on it. But I just don't want you all staring at me in silence. It makes it a little bit weird. You know what I mean. Of course, I really can't tell if you guys can see me or not. I got the camera kind of zoomed in there. Of course, from the sounds of what old Pegleg said from about his videos, y'all can be some weird motherfuckers anyways. And yeah, I cuss. I ain't politically correct. Who fucking cares? If you really have that much of an issue, I'll tone it down. Or you can just go fuck yourself, and we'll solve it that way. But I'll bring the camera over here, because I found an angle where you can see the bolt that I'm working on real quick. Kind of zoom out, let you see the whole project that I got going on here. See, I got the whole front taken off this thing. I got it supported all redneck as shit in the front there. That way, I know that if I hit one of them, I'm going to be kicking. I ain't going to be kicking and screaming. Now, yeah, let's see if I can get this damn thing still on the tripod in there. There we go. That bolt way up there where the stream's coming from. Can you see it right there? Yeah. That's a little bit of a bastard to get into there. Of course, all them bolts on the back side there, and the bolts on the front side, that all go just to hold the water pump housing on. And we kind of cleaned it up a little bit. I got a pre-combustion chamber leaking from the outside there. It's on my to-do list, but I ain't going to do it today. And just because some of you old boys care about serial numbers, we'll kind of see what we can get into there. It's 1010C, serial number 27475. Dubuque, Iowa. Or Illinois. There we go. Newly remanufactured Stanadyne injection pump. I gotta bend that control rod back. She don't want to shut off unless you get out here and give her the old handy job. I still gotta hook up transmission cooler lines on the bottom there and get the radiator bolts back on, and then we'll fire it up. I left the fan off. It's cold enough out here that she ought to be able to run for a little while without the fan. It's 30 degrees. Some of you old timers know that, colder weathers, the radiator alone will be enough to keep it cool without needing to keep it completely cooled off. Radiator fan sometimes won't let it warm up. Then you're stuck with a cold motor all day. But let's see if I can get my head in here and block you guys from seeing fuck all. No, I am not going to make the noise the entire fucking time, don't worry. But she's finally going in. About halfway done, which is the good part. So you guys might get to see some progress today. I still got a bunch of editing to do once I get it fired up and edit the video and get it uploaded. And pray to God that it looks decent. That way you can see some shit and it ain't all grainy and pixelated as fuck. But we'll find out. I'm shooting this on my phone, and it's a decent phone and a decent camera. Oh, mail guy. Bye, mail guy. Holy shit. I'm going to change the camera angle here a little bit. Maybe get it a little less fucked. Maybe so you can see a little better. Or at least not have to stare at the back of my head. Nobody gets to stare at the back of my head, but I've been known to stare at the back of hers a few times. Yeah, maybe if I can get this stupid fucking thing to balance. Hey, look at that. That might make for a halfway decent video. There. Oh, would you know? Maybe I can make a video. As long as I don't knock the damn camera over. Hi, little white car. Bye, little white car. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Oh, hey, that's much better. You just barely see the bolt from the top side, right above the thermostat housing. And by the way, yes, for all you people who are probably wondering, yes, I've got the manual. Yeah, I only refer to it when I really get stuck. Or if I need torque specs or gap values. Mostly I just rely on common sense, ingenuity, and a little bit of potato water. Mainly an ice cold bush. Some hops water, I guess. Barley water, maybe? Oh, who knows? Y'all can debate about it in the comments. I really don't care too much. Of course, y'all might not even actually be hearing this, because I might just put it on the old time-lapse-a-doodle and speed the video up. Unless you guys want to watch the whole friggin' thing. I ain't really going to give you an option this time. I'm just going to make a decision and stick with it. Probably just let you guys watch the whole thing. Won't do too much editing. Maybe add some background music every now and then for them younger fellas that care about production quality while they're learning. You don't need to learn anything to enjoy a video. Click. Stole that one from AVE. Good dude. Another good old boy Canadian that I like. Let's go around the ring here and make sure they're all snuggered up. Then we'll get the alternator back on. I'll leave the fan off, or yeah, we'll leave the radiator fan off. Ain't that big of a deal. Oh, this side goes down. I hope I don't have to take this fucker off ever again. If I do, I'm probably just gonna take the whole fucking thing apart. Take off front bolts, housing, thermostat. Probably this friggin' exhaust manifold too. Just completely fuck it all. Cause it's been nothing but a pain in my ass ever since it started. Alright, that's a pretty good fucking angle. You guys might not see my bolt holes, but at least you'll be able to see me work. I know, the sun's in the way. Y'all can complain about it later. I know you want to, you're dying to. You guys will just have to figure it out on your own. Huh? How about that?
Can I play PlayStation?
You're going on right now. Go.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to the camera. I'm shooting a video. Go. Kids. I guess if it just didn't feel so good, I wouldn't have any. But the old one's not mine. He ain't stolen either. He's just my old lady. That one's mine. Boy, was it worth it.